Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our co-main event of the evening. Chris Petty taking on Calen Bourne. Our Retirement Solutions keys to victory. Chris Petty has got to set the pace in this fight. He comes in on short notice. He also needs those combo punches, but he's got to avoid the clinch with the judo black belt in Calen Bourne. Calen Bourne needs to avoid that takedown. The good wrestling out of Petty. He also wants effective strikes, and if it does go to the ground, he has got to be heavy.
Let's bring out our co-main event of the evening, Chris Petty.
Coming to the cage, it is Chris Petty. Chris Petty is coming off a big win via KO in his last fight. Now, he said that he's got to watch the submission game of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt in Calen Bourne. He also wants to set the pace due to the fact that, again, this is a short notice fight. Calen Bourne's opponent changed several times over the last 5 days. Chris Petty said, I'm not worried about it, I'm here to fight.
Yeah, Chris Petty said he's in shape. You know, all those opponents changing meant Calen Bourne couldn't get ready for one specific opponent.
Now that has to be a tough one for Calen Bourne. Now they call Chris Petty the Punisher, and he says that's exactly what I'm gonna do tonight. He's gonna get there, he's gonna land the ground and pound and make his name known.
Let's bring out his opponent tonight, Calen Bourne.
Coming to the cage for our co-main event, it is the undefeated Calen Bourne. He comes to us by way of brass boxing. Now he is a judo black belt, a kung fu black belt, and a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt. So we've added the traditional martial arts into the world of mixed martial arts. As we go to our tail of the tape, Chris Petty, 26 years old, 5'9", 171.4, out of Huntsville, Alabama. Calen Bourne, 29 years old, 5'9", 174 pounds, out of Kansas City, Kansas. A big catch weight bout here for our co-main event tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a great fight. I am excited to see it. To get such a good opponent as Chris Petty on such short notice for Calen Bourne this is going to be a great fight tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is absolutely a very tough test for Calen Bourne coming into his third fight in his professional career.
Yeah, you know, props to Calen Bourne for taking such a difficult fight on such short notice in an opponent in Chris Petty.
Kevin, talk about what it's like as a fighter dealing with the constant changes of opponent. I know you've went through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult. You don't know who you're facing. You can't make any game plan until the night before the fight. You know, that's a big part in this sport, is the technical, making a game plan, being prepared for anything your opponent can offer up.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighs in at 171.4 pounds. Fighting out of St. Grove, Missouri, Chris Petty. As opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighs in at 174.2 pounds. Fighting out of Kansas City, Kansas, Calen Bourne.
Referee Mike England has the call for our co-main event tonight. Chris Petty in the blue tape, Calen Bourne in the red tape. 3 rounds in this catch weight bout. Here we go. No touch of the gloves. Petty opens up with a front kick. Nice right hands, though, coming out of Bourne.
Both fighters coming out of the southpaw stance.
Which is something as a fighter, it's hard to find another southpaw to go against sometimes.
Absolutely, and a nice check right hook from Petty moments ago.
Bourne throwing big hands. Both fighters very relaxed. Big slip. Attempt to pass here is Calen Bourne.
We're going to half guard no matter what. Going to half guard no matter what.
Calen Bourne
Lock it down.
happy to
Lock it
get
down.
to that half guard
Establish
position
your
to
half
try to rain some damage here.
Yeah, Calen Bourne has control of the half guard position at the moment because he has the underhook. His right arm is under the left arm of Petty. That's a control position from this half guard spot.
Bourne momentarily trying to pass into Mount, goes ahead and stays in this half guard position. Nice knee to the body, perfectly legal on the ground.
No, stay in half guard. Hey, don't pass. This is fine.
Bourne's corner is yelling at him to stay in half guard. They said, don't pass. You know, myself, I love to be in the half guard position. I'd rather be in half guard than full guard any day.
It's much easier to rain down the punches from whatever side that you're being held to.
100%. I think sometimes it's a tough position to escape from, especially if you're controlling the underhook like Calen Bourne is.
Bourne working that over-under position here from the half guard. This is not where Chris Petty wants to be.
Yeah, Bourne's using his form to try and create a little space. He needs to get a little distance. He needs to posture a bit to create any power on any strikes.
Pressure has Calen Bourne here on top, working that half guard. Again, pressing down, lands a nice elbow to the body here of Chris Petty. Halfway through round one.
Yeah, Bourne is controlling the round so far, but he's not done a ton of damage from this position.
But he is winning on the judges' scorecards because of the positional control. Little slaps there, little elbow.
Now Petty has the underhook position, but he's not using it. Petty needs to be on his right hip, and he could escape this position.
Let's go.
Those elbows are tough. They're into the ear of Chris Petty.
Oh, I love it. Get your arm back. Nope, here comes an explosion. Here comes an explosion. Establish this again. Nice. Nice.
Again, Bourne heavy pressure with that shoulder, not allowing any space for Chris Petty to work. Good display here, trying to get that, looks to get that shoulder potentially under the chin there.
Yeah, momentarily he was looking for kind of the same choke Anthony Garrett just won with. I don't think that's going to work on Chris Petty. Bourne doesn't have the size advantage that Garrett did earlier.
Oh!
Apparently I spoke too soon.
A good submission there coming out of Calen Bourne. But huge props there to Chris Petty for taking this fight on short notice. As we go to our TGS instant replay here, Kevin, talk us through it.
Well, I can't really see. I feel like Bourne got the right forearm across and almost did a variation of like a gi cross choke and choked Petty with his right forearm.
Almost like an Ezekiel type over the top.
Exactly like an Ezekiel choke, but without the gi on.
Yes, which is a very hard choke to finish in the world of mixed martial arts.
Very difficult, very awkward, and I'm guessing Petty had never seen somebody try that in a no-gi situation. He might not have even known what Bourne was trying to do there.
Very sneaky from the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt of Calen Bourne. Beautiful technique to finish our co-main event here at Shamrock FC 294. But Kevin, we still got a main event tonight of huge heavyweights who are gonna throw down in Scott Huff taking on Matt Yundy.
I can't wait for this heavyweight fight, and fireworks are gonna fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the after-fight party at the Ameris Sports Bar immediately following this event. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended 3 minutes and 38 seconds of the first round. Your winner by tap out due to Ezekiel choke out of the red corner, Calen Bourne!
Calen Bourne moves his undefeated record to 3-0 in the world of mixed martial arts. A huge win with a very impressive technique to finish that fight.
That was a slick little choke out of Calen Bourne. Definitely something you don't see every day in MMA.
But coming up next, it is our main event of the evening as Matt Udy takes on Scott Huff right here at Shamrock FC 294.